Hey family, my first live Twitter. I'm excited. Anyway, let me introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dorissa. I am that perception chick, right? Your perception coach, and I am here to help you see your beautiful life through God's eyes. Let me tell you a little bit of something. What's going on? Hey there, Liz, my daughter. I just finished broadcasting real quick. It was a 3-minute scope on the letter B, and the word of the day is blessed. What I'm doing, because I have such a very complicated life. Hey, sweetheart, my daughter, I love you. I am combining scopes. I'm combining my word of the day with Chosen Vessel One-on-One, which are tips for caregivers, with 3 Scope Timber, which is a 30-day or 31-day challenge that I'm participating in with the Perry girls, where you scope every day. Well, you guys know me. I do that anyway, right? But this is what I'm doing, right? And I'm being challenged, and I love this. How are you? I am doing well, sweetheart. And mom's doing fantastic too. She had a rough day yesterday, but she's doing absolutely fantastic. Please pray for her. She's having these seizures, and they're so difficult to watch. It takes a lot out of her. So yes, I'm combining. So today was the letter B, and I did the word blessed, and I gave you a little tidbit, kind of like the Beatitudes that you find in the book of Matthew. So blessed are the caregivers who, that, right? So go back and watch that scope, and please invite your followers, invite your friends, invite everybody you know, right? And get them on board. Now, the other thing I want to say, I have something else. This is the month of October. Bless her heart and pray. I thank you so much. I do. I thank you so much. I love when you guys ask about mom and just love on my mama. We love you for that. And I say we because I know if she could, she'd say, baby, thank you. And that's how she would say it too. Baby, thank you. So yeah, I'm reminding everyone, and when I say everyone, not only women, but men also, check the girls. This is October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, because it's possible for our male friends, our male family members to also get breast cancer. So we want to make sure we are, if you don't know how to check your breast, Google it. We live in an age where we can find out how to do everything from how to swat a fly to, I mean, really, I'm serious, people. Google it. It's there. So just Google that thing when you're getting up to get ready for work or school or in the morning. And I say the earlier you learn, the better. There's nothing wrong with teaching our teenage daughters and our young sons. Do this as early as possible so it can become a normal thing to do, not just that thing you wait to learn how to do when you get in your 50s. I'm not gonna call any names. Right. Hey there, executed wisdom. I love that. So God's children are too blessed to be stressed and too annoyed. You got the honey. You said that, bro. How you doing today? Good to see you. So this is just like really the recap. So yeah, I would love for you guys to go back and see that. I had some distractions, so you probably can tell. I had a little distraction, so I tried to stay on point because, you try to get these in. Remember, the challenge is to do everything in 3 minutes. And y'all know I got the gift of gab. That's why I had to come back, because I got to say other stuff. So what else did I want to remind you? Oh, I have started a new handle on Twitter, Periscope, Facebook. And I haven't done Facebook yet. That Perception Chick. So you can also, if you have time, just wander on over there to Instagram, Twitter, and here on Periscope, even though I haven't actually downloaded anything, but it's I did a self-exam a while ago and found a lump, so it's important. Yes, it's very important. Yes, daughter, it's very important to check, because a lot of times, invasive? I've been reading up on it. It's evasive and invasive, and a lot of times, especially because you're younger, you're gonna find some things, and it's as simple. It can be a cyst, and just because you're still in the early stages of being a young woman, you will, and it's nothing, but it's good to know. And what I like to say in anything is, it's always good to have a baseline. So when you get my age, you have something, the doctor has something to compare it to. Well, this is what it normally is. So if it starts morphing into something else, there's always that baseline set. So that's why I encourage you, not only, with checking your breast, but that's with anything, any test that you can take and go to the doctor, from your dentist to your gynecologist, to your podiatrist, to whatever kind of colleges you have. It's always good to have a baseline. It's always good to have a starting point. So when something starts looking a little amiss, things start getting a little ajar, you have something to compare it to. So that's just a little tip. In hindsight, you're looking over my life, there are some things that I did take care of and some things I wish I'd had a better baseline. My baseline, but it was benign. Not me, but he. I know, girl, I know that's right. To God be the glory. There you go. There you go. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. God is so good, and he gives us these wonderful doctors and these tests, and we have the knowledge, so it wouldn't be wise for us not to use it. So y'all do like my daughter, go get checked when you see something, or even before you see something. It's called preventative care, darlings. That's what you call it. Some preventative care. That's why you're supposed to get your checkups every year, every other year, depending on what the test is, so you can establish that baseline. So please do that. Please do that. Okay, do that for yourself. Do that in honor of the beautiful body that God has created and blessed you with. Take care of it to the best of your ability. And one of the things you can do is to pretty much rely on the knowledge that he has gifted us with. So we have the test. Why not take advantage of it? Why not use it? Establish a baseline, so that when you get to a certain age, you're not stressing. You're not giving the enemy some type of ground to start messing with your mind because you're unsure of stuff. Equip yourself now. Hey, Raquel, how you doing, darling? Equip yourself now. Equip yourself now. So yeah, I kind of stayed on that longer than I wanted to, but it is important. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying. I wish I had a collar, but I don't have a collar. Thank you, babe. I appreciate you. I'm doing well. I'm not going to complain. Like I said, the Lord is so good. Yesterday, Mom had some seizures. That's really, you got to see them to believe them. It's just difficult to see her eyes literally roll. I mean, they're this color. They roll to the back of her head. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't hurt your ears with that. And you just grab her hand. Hey, Deb, I see you back. Hey, sis. You grab her hand and you just pray, and stroke her hair, and you can just kind of see her kind of come out of it. It's very difficult. It takes a lot out of her, and then she's like wiped out for the rest of the day. I had to come back, sis. I'm so much for thank. Yeah, he is. He is. He's always on our side, and I just thank God every day for his grace and his mercy. And I can still say no pain. Not here, Satan. Don't belong in this house. I know it's difficult for her, but even with that, it's like she gets this different kind of sleep. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she rests and she sleeps a lot anyway. Next time I broadcast, that's right, speak life. You have to. She rests and she keeps it's comfortable all the time. And I think because of that very thing, sis, because of speaking life and asking God, to show his mercy and his grace on this one thing, can mama just not have any pain? And just speaking that and just saying, Satan, you have no part here. You ain't want it, dude. Kick rocks. Right? Hey, First Lady Barlow, thank you for joining. So I'm thankful for that, because God has been so merciful. I just can't. Oh, I do. I definitely believe it. Because I know there is just no way this journey that Mom and I have been on, and it's been a hand-holding thing, she blesses me and I bless her, and it's just, we have there's an exchange of sorts that goes on. And like I said, when I was speaking of I can read one of these that really, when I was doing the letter B in the last broadcast, there was one that I really, really loved, that really stood out for me. Here it is, number 5, because there were 10 blessed-tudes, or like the Beatitudes. Number 5 was, blessed are the compassionate, for they shall have a deeper connection with their loved one. Well, I didn't think it could get any deeper, because my mother and I've always been like this. I'm the yin to her yang. The salt to her pepper. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't think it could, but it's amazing how how you can see a love grow even more. You know, she's nonverbal, but there's this thing she does with her eyes at times when she connects. And I know she's in there. She's in there. It doesn't matter. I don't care what I see in that shell. I don't care what that shell is doing. Those eyes, Sister Mac's eyes, it's just something. I can just feel something well up in me. And I don't care what nobody say. My mama's still in there, honey. She's in there. She live and kicking in her own way. And it's just beautiful how she responds when I say the name Jesus. At night when I'm like, okay, Mom, I have to go to bed, or in the morning, because y'all know I don't go to bed till 3:30, 4 o'clock every morning. And I'm like, Mom, I got to go. Let me go get this 2 hours so I can go get your grandbaby on this bus. To God be the glory. And she'll just kind of look at me. And I can stroke her head and start singing, Yes, Jesus Loves Me. And her eyes will just close and she just goes on to sleep. And that's like, that's Bob. I'm sorry, that's Bob right there. I'm like, Lord, this is just amazing that you're allowing me to give back what I know she's given to me so many nights when I was little. You know, I'm a mother. I know what it's like when them babies are babies and when they acting up at night, or if they don't feel well, like Kylia didn't feel well the last couple of days. And I had to keep her home. And the things she goes through, not being able to vote, you know, to verbalize what she's feeling. You got to figure it out. My daughter's nonverbal. So there's certain things she does that make me know that she's uncomfortable. And I've had 17 years to figure it out. We have our own language. And that's kind of like what it is with Mom now. It's like we have our own language. I can walk in the room and just immediately know bloop, bloop, bloop. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's because of the connection we have, because of the time we've spent together, and because I've taken this journey with her the whole time. It's just a blessed thing. I can't describe it, but I know God has gifted me with this opportunity to be, you know, my mother birthed too, but you know, I'm the oldest. And yes, I am so blessed. I wouldn't trade this journey for nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. I cannot describe to you how it makes me feel to know that in a time like this, that when my mother needs me most, that God has set this thing up in a way that I can stay home. Let's start with that. I can stay home. And I can take care of her. I can watch her 24/7. If I want to sit in there and pop in some Tyler Perry movies or some Lucille Ball and sit there by that bed all day and just sit with her and hold her hand, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. And I realize, I don't take that for granted. You know, before Mom started showing signs for Alzheimer's, you know, my daughter, like I said, she was born with a very rare syndrome. So how he allowed me, even before Mom came to live with me, how he allowed my life to take shape to the point where I could leave the classroom, because I was a teacher. I taught first and second grade, and I miss my babies, but I have my baby. And so when she started having these surgeries, these spine surgeries, back to back, 26 spine surgeries at Shriners. Hey there, thank you for the love and the hearts. Thank you so much. I was able to stay home and not miss a beat and love on her. And not worry about leaving my baby with somebody who doesn't understand, or who really doesn't have the patience, you know, or the know-how or the wherewithal, and they ain't trying to learn, but they trying to get that little piece of money. You know what I'm saying? I never had to worry about that. And I thank God for that. That ain't me. That ain't me, y'all. Not me, but he. He orchestrated this thing. And I never would have, as my grandmother said, I never would have thunk it in a million years that this would be my life. But I look at it and I'm like, he's given me everything I ever dreamed of. As a kid, I wanted to be, you know, I come from a musical family, and I'm a theater baby. I'm a theater baby. That's just what I do. I knew whatever I did in life, it was going to be because I had a mic in my hand. It doesn't really look like I thought it was going to look, but what am I doing now? What? I'm just saying. And God has such a sense of humor. He has such a sense of humor, and I love him. He will fulfill your desires. He will give you things. He will orchestrate some things better than you could ever plan it out. I'm a living witness, you guys. I don't know where I'm going on this, but I'm sharing with you how you have to enjoy your life, embrace your life, know that he has orchestrated that thing in such a way. I promise you, every single thing he has allowed to happen. I only take care of my kids too. I'm so blessed. Yes, it's a blessing. It is such a blessing to watch them grow and not miss those moments. You know what I'm saying? I got one that's 24 years old. And right before I pressed this broadcast button, my darling texted me, and he sent me, he's an editor for a paper. And he was telling me about this article he was writing. He just sent it to me. He said, here it is, Mom. So I get the first copy, right? I get to see it. I'm like, okay, so I get the broadcast. I'm going to read it. And just to have that, but I was able to homeschool him. And I'm just so proud of him. My daughter, who is on here right now, educated and brilliant little chocolate drop. That's my baby. That's my girl. I'm so proud of them. I'm proud of the people that they have become. But I thank God that I've had a little smidgen, just a smidgen, to do that. Just a smidgen, you know, because I can't take credit. God is good, and He has a plan for all of our lives. And if we waste so much time fighting it, just fighting Him and fighting what He wants us to do and what He wants us to be and how He created us. And there's nothing wrong with having dreams and plans, but where we go wrong is that we're stuck. People say stuck on stupid. We kind of stuck on stupid. We think that we got the best plan. No, involve Him and say, wait, let me slow my roll. What do you want me to do? Did you create me to be a blender, a vacuum cleaner? You know, if you created me to be a vacuum cleaner, I'm not going to go out here and start trying to blend cakes. That's not my job. That's not what I do. That's not what I was wired to do. My kids are so blessed to have you. Oh, to God be the glory. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. No, I'm the blessed one. I'm the blessed one. I learn every day. Just little interaction. I was talking to my daughter. I'm gonna talk about us now. I was talking on the phone with her about 3 or 4 days ago. I remember we were on the phone. She was calling me on her way. I think it was after work, going to get her hair done, and we talked. I was in the car. She was in the car, and she don't even know how much that blessed me. How much that blessed me. And I reminisced on conversations that I used to have with my mother, how we used to do that. You know, I get home from work and I call her and just talk. I was in my 20s, you know, and just my spirit. That's the nickname. I love it. I'm really gonna get a t-shirt. I'm gonna get one made. That is so funny. As you call me a spiritual guru. But I just, you know, it's such a blessing. Those are the things that matter in life. Those are the things that matter in life. Can't put a price tag on it. And I just know my face when I went, I was going to Sam's Club, I think it was that day. Yeah, I think it was on Sam's Club. And I went in there and I just felt my cheeks starting to hurt because I was just grinning. Just grinning. But it's such a proud thing. It's such a happy thing. You know, some people wish for money. It ain't nothing wrong with money. But what I wish for is not only a loving, deeper relationship with my Father, with Jesus Christ, but I want that thing that just makes me just beam inside. It makes my heart smile with my kids. That's what I wanted. The ones I birthed and the ones I didn't birth. Give me that. Give me that so I can pour into them what you've given me. I can't do nothing but take it with me, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to take what He's given me, the experience. So at least give me an opportunity to give it to them. So if they can use it, good. If they can't, that's fine too. But let me empty myself while I'm here. Let me empty myself. And that's what I try to do every day with all of you, my extended family. You know, it's just a beautiful thing if we just get connected to the source. Just get connected to that source and just let God talk to us. Let me tell you something. If you mess around and let Him tell you what He created you to do and to be, your life will never, hear me, never be the same. Because now you're eliminating all that wasted time of trying to figure it out. Something that you probably can never do on your own. Just ask Him. He will show you. He will show you. And it might not be an overnight thing, because mine didn't come overnight. It was a series of events that led me closer to what He was trying to get me to see. And then finally that one day, I'm like, what? That's it? Oh yeah, I can do this. I know what I was wired for. I know that now. I know that. So nothing else will do. Nothing else is going to satisfy that now. There's this thing that He places inside you that it's not going to be satisfied with just any old thing. It's just not. Don't waste the next 20, 30, 40 years of your life trying to figure it out when you can just figure that thing out right now, today. Have a talk with Him and say, okay. Haven't talked to you in a while, but This is what I want to do. Can you kind of help me with this purpose thing that this chick keeps talking about? Talk to him. Y'all, it's not complicated. It's really not. You don't have to make an appointment. He ain't going to pencil you in. Open your mouth and talk to him. It's simple. You driving in the car listening to me now? Just talk to him. So, how you doing? Just talk to him. You know, but in all seriousness, I was blocked for 1 minute. I was just talking about my mom when she passed from cancer. No. You blocked. Let me see. I was blocked. I was just talking about my mom. She passed. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Did that happen recently? I'm so sorry about that, sweetheart. Oh, my darling. I am so sorry, sweetheart. I am so sorry to hear that. Wow. Did you reach with me? Because I know last time I saw you in the scope, you had told me that you had the appointment, and you said that you had, I think it was after you had the appointment. I think I was in the middle of a live broadcast. I don't think we're on Facebook. I think we were here on Periscope, if memory serves me correctly. Thank you. Oh, yes. Uplifting her. Yes. My heart I just felt a shift. I just felt a shift, darling. I just felt a shift. And I don't know where you are in your, I'm saying in your processing it all. But let me say this, that I don't want you to ever get into a mindset through it all that God is finished with you, or that He's left you. And from the way you talk, I know you know that, but sometimes it just needs to be said. Okay. There is going to be beauty for the ashes. That's always in the making before we can even contemplate it. He's already down the road. He's so far ahead of you right now in this season that you're in. Allow yourself to get closer to Him so you can feel more shielded, more protected, more heard, more loved. Because I can imagine that it can be, you guys know me, so I can speak freely. It's an anticipated feeling for me. That's where I am. It's always an anticipated thing every time I go in Mama's room. So I'm not quite there yet. My foot is kind of in the door, out the door, in the door, out the door. My prayer for you is that God reveals to you Himself, first of all, in a mighty way during this time. During this time, I pray that you are in a place and in a space, mentally, spiritually, that you just allow nothing but His voice to speak to you. When we are sometimes grieving, the enemy uses that opportunity to sow seeds of doubt, because he likes to, hey Deborah, thank you for coming back, sis. He likes to get all up in our mental space when it comes to making us think or feel some kind of way about death, like it's final, like it's punishment, like it's that kind of thing. And as believers, we have to keep our understanding. Okay, she died in 2001. And I can relate to that as long as your understanding of what death is on point. It's very hard. Oh, I understand. My daddy was 1983, and I can close my eyes and remember it like it happened yesterday morning, literally. Because I, bless and curse, depending on how you want to see it, I have that photogenic kind of memory kind of thing. I can tell you exactly how he stood. I can tell you the bullets and how I can tell you everything. So, you know, when you're grieving a parent, your mom, your dad, there's nothing like that. And nobody can tell you how you're supposed to feel and how long you're supposed to grieve. So my prayer still is, whether it happened yesterday, that's right, it has no, it doesn't. We know that it is, I'll see you later, especially if there are believers. I'll see you later. I'm going to miss you while you're gone. But in the meantime, I'm going to go on and go about my life and work my purpose and walk my purpose until I see you again, because I know I will. That hope that we have is what makes the difference. But as believers and as family, we are here to encourage each other. Thank you, Lord. We are here to encourage each other in that meantime, because it's that in between time that can sometimes be hard. Oh, thank you, sister. But I know my daddy was a believer, and I miss my daddy on certain days, because he's got a birthday coming up in a few days. And, it's always kind of funny, especially watching Mama. I promise you, on my dad's birthday, her whole person changes. It hasn't happened in 2 birthdays, but 3 birthdays ago, I remember I was sleeping. I had a day bed in the bedroom, and I was sleeping like 4 o'clock in the morning. She just woke up, just calling his name, Mac, and just talking to him. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, what? And I'm like, it was 4:30 in the morning on Daddy's birthday. I'll never forget that. That was three birthdays ago. Yeah, that was the last time she was really, really talking, and just having full-fledged conversation, just talking. I said, well, and she's always done peculiar things like that. It's like, I just think sometimes she just knows that it's his birthday. Yeah. Sunday, a Super Bowl Sunday morning in church. My daddy was chairman of the deacon board. The pastor brought a gun to church. So when it happened in North Carolina, it's been about 2 years now, and those 9 people during Bible study were shot. It was like, for me, deja vu. This ain't new. I mean, and I'm not belittling it. I'm just saying the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun, y'all. And Daddy caught all 4 bullets. 1, 2, 3, and 1 in the groin. He hung on for about 2.5 days, and then he passed. Yeah, Super Bowl Sunday morning during church service. So yeah. So when I come at y'all talking about, God is able, and even when things look cuckoo-cuckoo, you got to change your perception, because that's what the enemy wants you to see. He wants you to lose your mind. He wants you to lose your faith. He wants you to not believe. He wants you to feel, unloved. He wants you to feel unreachable. He wants you to feel like God has turned his back on you. That's the whole purpose of that crap that he thinks he's going to get you with. Right. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And see, and I know that, because my daddy, when y'all see, I'm going to tell you this, I used to always say, I feel sorry for folks that didn't get the privilege nor the pleasure of meeting my daddy, because, honey, y'all missed out. I'm just telling you, I don't know. But when you see me, you see him, because I am definitely his child. Got the gift of gab. Ain't never met a stranger. Love everybody. Try my best, and just try my best to make my Heavenly Father proud every day. I ain't perfect. I'm so far from it, because if I told y'all some things about me, especially that 20-year-old me, y'all be like, ooh, really? So I'm just saying, God is wonderful, because he gives you chances, and seconds and thirds and fourths and fifths. But who's counting, right? So I'm still a work in progress. You get that a lot? Right? I'm still a work in progress, but I'm so thankful that he's never given up on me. Girl, yeah, I shocked myself. Girl, some stuff I ain't even told Joe Francis about, and I'm not. Even in the state that Mama's in now, she might wake up and whoop my butt. I ain't doing it. That's between me and God. Period. 53, I'm too old to get a spanking. Because trust me, if she could, she would. Oh, really now? Where my belt? So, I love the fact that God is so merciful, and he's just so forgiving and patient. He's patient with us, you guys. He's so patient with us. All the trials he put us through, just allow. That's right. And the fact, and this is what I did. And you know what? Closer to you. Closer to you. And the thing that I love, not only that, but we have to keep in mind. Let's go back to that perception thing, you guys. He allows things to happen. Let's go back to that brother Job. I love brother Job, and God bless him. God bless that man of God. Whoo! I mean, when I look at what he went through and put it in modern day, hey, Brother King, I see you, and put it in modern day, make it like a modern day event kind of thing, that blows my mind. I'm like, wow, he didn't lose his brain going through all that at one time, starting with the 10 children. Now, y'all just have to put a straitjacket on me if one of mine was harmed. But 10? How you do that? Where they do that at? Where all 10 of your kids get wiped out at one time? Huh? Are you kidding me? He should have went cuckoo on that day. That message right there should have just went. And depending on the kind of person he was, he could have been one of them brothers. That's just break it down. He could have been one of them brothers that was packing. Oh, really? Who did it? He grabbed his gat and he out, right? Because he go to search for some folks. Bring it modern day, it could have been all kind of crazy. How you doing, brother? It could have just been all kind of crazy. So, I think about the things that Brother Job went through. But let's back up. Let's go back. I think it was in that second chapter at the beginning of the story. Satan seeking. The enemy seeking who he gonna destroy, who he gonna kill. He's on the prowl. He's on the prowl. He literally had to ask for permission. He couldn't just go out there just doing what he wanted to do. And trust, he had a lot of things to do. I thank God for some people like you, to God be the glory. Thank you. And I feel the same way, sis. Okay, don't have me boo-hooing. No, don't have me boo-hooing on this here thing right here. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel the same way, sis. But so keep in mind that God, if God's allowed it, no matter how scary it is, no matter how it feels like it breaks our heart, no matter how complicated, how confusing, how uncomfortable, how unjust, and all these other uns that we can probably come up with, it doesn't matter. God is in control. Yes, we're praying for Vegas. Yes, even in that situation, it's like, what? Okay, what good is going to come from this? This is how we can look at it. But we have to choose as believers not to look at it that way. Yes, it was horrific. Yes, we're going to pray for everybody involved. And I do mean everybody, you guys. As believers, we have to pray for everyone. Okay? It's not for us to figure out. We do what we can. We give blood. We do what we can to help our fellow man, to help those and to show that we care and we love. If we can't do anything monetarily, we can pray. We can pray. Don't feel like you have nothing to offer. Talk to the Father on their behalf, because some people are hurting so bad. They just, even if they are believers, they just can't find it in themselves to find the word because they're grieving and their heart is so heavy. It's our job to stand in the gap. We have to pray for the man who, yes, we do. Yes, we do. And let me tell you why. Because some of us have been up for about 4 or 5 hours, whatever time you got up this morning, and no matter how nice and pleasant your morning has been, you have sinned. I guarantee you, there's a sin. It might not. And some people say, "There's little sin." No, ain't no little sin, big sin. This sin is sin. I do. And coming from, okay, now listen to me now. Coming from someone whose father was taken out the same way, how you think I feel? My daddy was taken from me at a young age, so he didn't get to walk me down the aisle. He didn't see any of his grandchildren. He didn't get to see, his kids grow up and be contributing citizens and go to college and love and get their heart broke. And he didn't get to experience none of that like a daddy should. Like a daddy should. God had other plans. It's not for me to question. And when it came to that person who actually did the shooting, our pastor, he was the senior pastor of the church. He was our pastor. He was our leader. He was our shepherd. Who does that? You see what I'm saying? So I understand the feelings of, how am I supposed to pray for them? Let me do it. Let me put it to you real. I'm going to put it to you real plain, real simple. And I'm not saying it's easy. But what I am going to say is it's a situation where you have to know that you are, how do I want to say it? God forgives us every single day. Every single day. Because we do something. And we might justify it. We might think we're in the right. we do something every day, whether it's lying, whether it's cheating, whether it's false witness, whether it's there's just so many things that we are doing because we were accepted. We were born in sin. We kind of came here like that. Now thank God for his grace and his mercy, and for God giving his darling son Jesus who died for our sins. But he forgives us every single day. Every single day. If he decided to wake up one day and just get all up in your face and in your business, who did you help today? Did you help anybody today? Did you make sure you went through all 10 of them commandments? Did you get up praising me this morning? Wait. Did you thank me for that food? You just took a bite and you didn't thank me? If he got all up in your grill for the first hour you were up in the morning, he would be, if he just thought like that, he could just be all up in your mix and shut you all the way down because you ain't been right since you got up. Let's just be real. He forgives us every day, even when we ain't got sense enough to ask for forgiveness. That's the truth of the matter. That's really the truth of the matter, because that's the kind of God he is. That's the kind of loving God he is. Yes, we'd all be doomed. Honey, it wouldn't be, we wouldn't have a prayer. We wouldn't have a prayer. We couldn't do enough. You know, and even the word talks about our acts. That ain't what you get. That ain't what's getting you brownie points because you think you so good because you donated to this charity. That's all beautiful, but that ain't it, boo. If we can't forgive, he can't. And that's it. That's true. That's really it. So he forgives us all the time. So as hard as it may be to forgive this man, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy because it's not. It took me a while to get to the point where I could forgive the man who took my daddy from me, who murdered my father, because that's basically what it is. He murdered him. Period. So it is difficult, but with God's grace, God's mercy, it's amazing what you can do and amazing what your heart will do when you start filling it up with him. When you start filling it up with him, there's no room for other stuff. You are going to shock yourself. Trust me, been there. I was like, did I just say that? Did I just say I forgive him? Wait a minute. Wait, did that come out of my mouth? You know, right. Forgive. That's right. It's for us and not them. Because God tells us to forgive. Just like he's forgiven us. He'll take that whatever issue, problem, sin, whatever. He'll take that up with the person that committed. That ain't for you. He didn't put out no applications for us to fill out talking about I need a co-pilot. I need a co-God. Any takers? Anybody want to apply? He ain't never done that. Bless his soul. He's done that. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So yes, it's difficult, but we have to be obedient. We are to love one another. And last time I checked, you can't love and hate at the same time. That's what God told us to do. We have to love one another. So to the best of our ability, he knows that we are human. He knows we got feelings, and he knows that we feel some kind of way about the cray-cray that happened the other day. He knows that. He's totally aware of that. Ain't none of that taking him by surprise. He know how I'm wired. He know how you wired. He already knows. We all need to work on it. And see, that's the thing. Don't let the enemy trick you into thinking because you need to work on it, you can't do it. That's a lie from the pit of hell. You can do it. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Work on it. Yeah, you might get it right the first time. You might not. You're going to feel some way today. Next Tuesday, you might feel a different kind of way. Just keep God in the mix. My advice is to keep him in the mix. You cannot do it alone. Ask him to show you. You have to ask him to show you. You have to ask him, Lord, change my heart. Baby, he'll do that thing. He'll do that thing. But what are you doing to show that you're willing? Are you willing? Now you can talk. You can say, well, I don't know how to do it and leave it at that. Or you can say, Lord, I want to learn. So teach me. Because I can't do this on my own. And that's really the bottom line. It isn't until you get to that point where you ask him to use me. You are the vessel, but open yourself. Yes, to help me change. There you go. Change your heart. I get you. I get you, sis, to change your heart. And he will do it. And you can't put a time limit on how long it takes and what he uses to come your way to help you do that, because it's not an overnight thing. He'll use experiences, he'll use people, he'll use situations, and then you wake up, hey Diary, how you doing, sis? Thank you for joining. And you wake up and John Bronnet, you don't feel the same way. And you look back and you're like, well, when did that happen? Because he's been working on you, boo. He's been working on you. He ain't done with you yet, sis. And don't feel bad because you're just not there yet. The fact that you acknowledge that you want to, yes, sis, love you. Oh, thank you, sis. Thank you. He will. He's faithful. He's faithful. God never fails. All you have to do is take that one step. And that one step is, God, okay, help me. Help me with this. Because, you know, my horizontals, they running amok down here and I'm having problems. He understand. He understand. He used to live down here at one point. Remember? He know how people are. He created us. He know how we are. This ain't taking him by surprise. Trust me. You know what we saw the other day on many accounts in the Bible, you can see massacres and people just losing their mind. We can talk about Herod, we can talk about Pilate, we can talk about people who just decided who for whatever reason they just want to start killing a bunch of people. Okay, let's start with the babies. Who does that? What do you mean that's a whole genocide? What? You're just going to start killing the whole bunch, all the male babies. If that happened today in 2017, we'd be like, okay, go get that fool. Because you see what I'm saying? Put it in modern day. When it's hard for me to understand things, I try to break it down and put it in modern day. And it's like, oh, so this ain't nothing new. Crazy ain't new. Take that screenshot. Crazy ain't new. Okay. So I'm just saying. So yeah, God will work on us. He will work on us especially if we allow him. Just open yourself up to it, sis. I love y'all. I don't know where we began. Well, here we are, family. So yeah, I started off with so many things. So the recap that was much shorter than this. 3 minute original scope, and now we got a 41-minute recap. Hey, but I'm your sister. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know the girl can talk all day long because I love you and I love my time with you. I love my time. I just do. I really do. I miss the daytimes. I try my best to come as much as I can in the daytime because that's when I can get more of you in here, more than I can talk, have a conversation. I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. So I love y'all. Once again, I encourage you to embrace your life, embrace your purpose, pray for one another, love one another, encourage and motivate one another. Do something wonderful for yourself. I love you too. Do something wonderful for yourself. Give yourself a hug. It's from me. Okay, if you don't get another hug today, and if nobody's told you today, I love you. I love y'all, and the thing you can do about it. We in this thing together. We can do this. That's right. We can do this. We can do this with God's help. And God is never going to abandon us or leave us. Please continue to pray for Puerto Rico, for Texas, for Florida. Oh, and let me share this with you guys real quick too. A lot of people say, I don't know what to do. You know, a lot of people not trusting some of the, donate here, donate there. They don't know if all the money is getting there. This is such a fantastic idea. I don't have an address to give you, but go online and find a church that's in the area, because people are always, saying their church is available for, what is it, like a shelter or something like that. Yes, agape love. Yes, that's what we're striving for. And what you do is you find an address. There were 2 that were put on Facebook at one time, and I said I was going to search them out. Or do this. If you have a Facebook friend in the area, somebody you trust or somebody you talk to a lot, ask that person, and they live in one of the affected areas, is it okay if I ship some stuff to you? Let me hip y'all. I thought this was a brilliant idea. Okay, go to Amazon, say water. You want to send water. Well, how do you do that? Go to Amazon, use that person's address or the church address, order the water, but have it sent to that address, and it's there. Ask them, will they deliver it to people who need it? I thought that was a fabulous idea. So yes, so I'll be searching. I really want to try to get something straight to Puerto Rico. So I'm trying to figure out how they're delivering. You know what I'm saying? How that's working with all the damage. Can they even land? Do they take stuff by ship? Can they even land a plane? I don't think they can. So I'm not sure. So I'm gonna be researching that today. And when I get information, I'll pass it on to you guys. I'll put it on my Facebook page. Because I think that's so cool. You just like you're ordering something for yourself. I'm thinking, that's so brilliant. I wish I thought of it. I didn't. I can't take credit for that when I saw it. Somebody did it on Facebook. So yeah, beautiful. Anyway, so that's my tip. Do that. Check the girls. Teach others how to check their girls, not your girls. Their girls. I love y'all. Okay, I'm starting acting goofy. It's time for me to check out. It's time for me to check out. Me and my crazy comedy. Okay. God woke us up this morning, giving us another chance to get it right. Don't y'all blow it. Go ahead and add yourself to my new Twitter, Facebook, not Twitter, Periscope. What's the other one? Instagram. And it's Perception, at Perception Chick. At Perception Chick. I haven't really posted anything on it. I'm just putting it up. But go ahead and you can be the first to add. I love y'all. Be blessed this day. See you next time, okay?